We're here with the SYMA X5HW, and please ignore the Cessna 182. I really enjoyed flying it, and obviously I will upload a flight video soon. But today we are going to talk about the X5HW in the beautiful fields here in the winter. And actually I have tried other SYMA quadcopters, even newer models, and I still believe that this one is one of the best from the X5 series, we are talking about small quadcopters, not micro but as big as a hand, and I really feel like this one was a winner. So we are going to do a flight video today just showing you, and I'll also comment on how does this differ from the newer model, the X5UC, which I really believe might be not as good. We are connected by pushing up and down the left gimbal, as you just saw. I'm gonna move a bit back, don't want to cut my head off, and I still have winds coming out from that direction. If you are new to quadcopters, I usually suggest flying against the wind. In this case I really know the location very well, so if we get to fly if we get the quadcopter flying out of range, I'll obviously know what to do. So that's about it. We can begin flying, as you just saw, and this is the first flight speed, and as you can see, even though I push the stick all the way, it is really fighting the wind. So I definitely wouldn't suggest starting out at the first flight speed unless you are flying indoors in some closed location. But I actually believe this guy has a better altitude hold than what I saw with the newer model. I really believe this guy is better. Let's try changing speeds. I think this one was okay, so we have two speeds like in most SYMAs, even the big ones, and I think, yeah, definitely the speed here, the second speed or the high mode, is a lot better than what I saw in the newer model, the X5UC, and I tested it out in the same location, I think in even less speedy wind. In less winds, yeah. So if you ask me, and I've received this question a lot, which is the best X5 model, also in our other channel, I think this one is. I think we're talking about the X5HW. It's definitely the best from the 5 series. I wouldn't go for the new one after flying this, and I have flown all of the 5 series quadcopter from SYMA. I really like them all, but this one is definitely a big hit. We have the flips. You can do flips with the right shoulder buttons. I remind you that I changed speeds with the left shoulder button, and even if you hear the wind, the quadcopter doesn't feel it as much. We have different mechanisms here for trimming, so if we want to compensate for the winds, we could just tell the quadcopters to go back all the time or to go left. Like in this case, I can tell it to trim left, and this way I can cancel off winds that come from the left direction. And this, for example, shows you that even though we have winds coming from the left, it only goes straight because I haven't trimmed the straight. Now I will trim it backwards, so this will help me fight against the wind. And as you can see, now I have both trims set up, and the quadcopter is extremely stable even in position without me having to change to fix the position a lot. This is very good for videos. Take a look at this, even with winds. So this is the meaning of trims here. It works very well. They changed the model a bit in the X5UC version. In that model, you actually move the sticks where you feel that the quadcopter position is being held correctly, and you click on one button to fix it as a constant trim. I don't know if it is better. I felt that it was actually trimming my quadcopter in a correct way, but in the end, the process for me was, I miss clicking a lot of times and hearing those crazy beeps. I don't know. One thing you need to understand with trimming is that if the wind changes, you are responsible to change the trims, because you're basically telling your quadcopter now to all the time take a correction into some direction, which might be a problem, obviously, if the winds are changing. I love this guy. I truly feel like this is one of the best small quadcopters I have, especially for flying outdoors. Every once in a while you might want to reset those streams anyway. I think that if you turn off the quadcopter and turn it on, I really hope it doesn't remember its streams. If so, it's you might be able to make a mistake. Let's go ahead and reset the left trim. This is really weird. Yeah, I have set up a trim that works against me when moving forward. I will definitely cancel those. If you hold a stick like this, because you have altitude hold, you can use your other finger to cancel off the trim. And as you can see here, the big beep here, or the long beep, basically told me that there is no trim. And as you can see, no longer I have to fight one direction or another to go forward and backward. I still have a bit of left trim going on, so I hope this video will be like a tutorial for people who want to understand trimming the quadcopter even more. I'm after a flight of this small Cessna plane here, and I have to say I enjoyed it more. I really like the SYMA. I feel like this is a good quadcopter, and the flight is very stable. As you can see, the altitude hold is exceptional. I really believe that this model had the best altitude hold out of all the SYMAs I've flown, and even the newer one doesn't compare to this. It feels like it keeps its altitude without no change whatsoever, even when moving forward full speed against wind. That's insane. This quadcopter is just amazing. So we might want to cancel off also the other trim. As you can see, we still have a left trim going on. I'm gonna go ahead and, because I have a left trim, look how sharp the left movement is and how slow the right one. It's because I have the trim going on, and it basically affects the flight. Also, one thing I have to mention with altitude holds, with barometer at least, other than they want to kill you off like you just saw, you want to make sure on low altitude this guy actually flies really well. But as you can see, there is a difference. The lower I go, closer to the ground, they have something that they call a ground effect. That's how they say in the manual, at least. It basically screws up the altitude hold, like you just saw. So it can go up and down for at least 25 centimeters. This model handles the ground effect, the Chinese ground effect, very well. The X5UC even less. So make sure if you are buying an altitude hold, you don't want to show off your quadcopter on low altitude. You want to get it up for about 3 meters. That's the best height. And as you can see, it will probably keep that height. So that's the best height, 2-3 meters, just above your head, to fly these small quadcopters. Really good quadcopter from SYMA. Best altitude hold on a mini quad, definitely. Small camera on it, used for FPV. Basically the camera can record from your phone, which means that your phone will basically record the video it captures, it shows. Not the best quality, not even a good, not even medium quality. We just got low voltage warning, as you can see here. You can see the lights are blinking. So what's gonna happen soon is that this quadcopter has auto land when the battery gets into a critical level. So we are going to test it out also, and we are supposed to land automatically. As you just saw, I'm not doing anything. This is all automatically. This is the altitude hold now, and it's gonna shut off the motors. Wow. Look at this small quadcopter. When this thing came out in mid 2016, I had to try it out. I bought it and I really believe it's one of the best altitude hold mini quadcopters, even better than the newer one. So if you just saw this video, I recommend you look in the description for the links for where to get this guy for crazy cheap. And also you are more than welcomed to subscribe to our channel, the red button over here, to get more videos about quadcopters. We have tons of flying stuff we do videos of, and click like if you enjoyed this. I'm Tzvi, and see you on the next video of Auto Deal.